Assalamualaikum and good afternoon, dear listeners. I'm DJ Wawa and you're listening to IIUMFM, your campus radio. So welcome for our fourth episode of the hashtag Dandawa program. And today with me, I have brother Adlan as our guest for today, the president of Quran and Sunnah Studies Students Association, QUSSA. Brother Adlan, could you have a little welcoming to our listeners?
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah wa kafa wa salatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mustafa wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wal wafa. First of all, I would like to thank to IMFM for inviting me for this slot. As actually I've been invited from by IMFM second time. So this is the second time. So I hope this slot will be beneficial to others.
Inshallah, I mean. So, some of us might have gone through the Hadith Jibril, right?
Yeah.
During our primary or maybe our secondary school. And in this Hadith, Jibril alayhi salam actually came to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and had taught us about Islam, Iman, and also Ihsan. So, in deriving from your drawing from your understanding, we would like to know the concept of Islam, Iman, and also Ihsan as the three fundamental aspects of faith and also spiritual practice in our religion. Please, brother.
Alright, thank you to our DJ today, Sister
Najwa.
Sister Najwa. Yeah. So referring to the Hadith Jibril, that I think we have learned this Hadith since if you are in CFS IUM, I think in understanding Islam, we have learned through this Hadith Jibril. The first topic I think, and we learn is about the this Hadith Jibril talk about Iman, Islam, Iman and Ihsan, right? So in the Hadith, I think it is clearly mentioned by or answered by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he been asked by Jibril alaihi salam, what is Islam, wamal Islam, wamal Iman, wamal Ihsan. So for the Islam itself, if we go to the word Islam, the Islam is rooted by the word of aslama yuslimu, that means submission, obedience to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. And we know that Islam, we have the 5 pillars of Islam, right?
Yes.
The Shahada, performing 5 salat, fardu salat, and then zakat, and what else?
Saum,
Saum,
fasting during
fasting,
Ramadan, and also haji.
and also haji. In ilahi sabila, one who have the capability to perform hajj, right?
Yes.
So this is the concept of Islam, because it is the external practice of faith through following the teaching of the Quran and the Hadith Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Right. So this is about Islam. It's more to you have to clear that Islam derived from the word aslama, which means submission to God. By we follow and commit all the pillars of Islam. So this is the first one. The second one is the Iman, right? Iman in the Hadith, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, clearly mentioned that al-iman billahi wa malaikatihi wa kutubihi wa rusulihi wa tu'mina bil qadari khairihi wa syarrih. So we believe in Allah, in angels, Rusul, prophets, also the kitabs, the four kitabs, 4 books, which is started from Zabur, and then Taurat, Zabur, Injil, and especially our Quran, right? So this is the pillars that we have to know and we believe in. But I want to share more regarding the Iman. Is Al-Iman, when our scholars, Islamic scholars, share about Iman, the Iman is, in Arabic we call as at-tasdiqu bil qalb. We believe deeply in our heart, at-tasdiqu bil qalb, wal amal bil arkan, which is we practicing what have been mentioned in the pillars, and and then tasdiq bil janan wal iqrar bil lisan. I think I forgot the first one, the second one. The one is tasdiq bil qalb, and then al iqrar bil lisan. We say the kalimatul iman with our tongue, and also we practice what have been revealed by Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, right? So this is the iman. When we have to instill the conviction, the deep conviction in our heart to believe in these six pillars of iman: Allah, malaikah, kutub, so yaumul akhirah, hereafter, and also qada wa qadar, right? Khari or shari, the good or the bad one. So this is the iman have been mentioned by Nabi SAW. And then the ihsan. The ihsan is, if we in English we call as excellence, perfection in worship. Whereby in the hadith, Nabi SAW answered Jibril alaihi salam with the word as an ta'budallaha ka'annaka tarahu fa in lam takun tarahu fa innahu yara. We feel that an ta'budallaha ka'annaka tarahu, we worship Allah as we feel that we see Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. But if we cannot feel that we see Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, that please feel that Allah is witness us. Allah is watching us in every our deeds. We have the action. Started from our morning until night, since our birth to the world, and also until we die, and until bila-bila pun masa kan. So Allah watches. So this is a ihsan that we have to know that this is the ihsan is complete the need of Islam and Iman. If we have Islam and Iman, the ihsan itself is important to beautify ourselves. So I think this is clearly understand for us regarding the concept of Islam, Iman, and Ihsan.
InsyaAllah. So listeners, that is the concept about the three fundamental aspects in Islam, which is Islam, Iman, and also Ihsan. And inshallah, before we go deep into our sessions, let us take a break for a while and stay with us on IIUM FM, your campus radio.
Dengarkan Tuhan, orang berakal, tambahkan ilmu, minda yang dangkal, pengaruh buruk harus disangkal, supaya menjadi budinya kekal. Jika diuji dengan masalah, nilailah diri mencari salah. Ikhtiar dulu sebelum beralah, bangkit semangat, usah mengalah. Tekanan hidup mesti diharu, bebaskan rasa, jangan berkurung. Biarlah orang memandang serong, sedaya upaya kita bertaruh.
Hello everyone, we are from Malay Radio.
Renta informasi terkini.
Don't forget to tune in to iium.fm.
Your campus radio.
Assalamualaikum, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to our fourth episode of #Dan Dakwah, where we are discussing about the concept of Islam, Iman and Ihsan, featuring me, DJ Wawa, and also with our guest, Brother Adlan, is here to inspire every one of you, inshallah. So before this, we have talked about the concept of Islam, Iman, and also Ihsan. And if we can pick from a verse from Surah Ali Imran, which Allah said, "Inna dina indallahi Islam." Certainly, Allah's only way is Islam. And if we can refer from the tafsir of Ibn Kathir, it says that truly the religion with Allah is Islam. Allah states that there is no religion accepted with Him from any person except Islam. So from the ayah and from the tafsir, how does the Al-Quran emphasize that Islam is the true religion?
Yeah. So based on the verses that Sister mentioned before in Surah Ali Imran is, if I'm not mistaken, in ayah 19, ayah 19, regarding inna dina indallahi Islam. So this is the proof that Al-Quran itself declares that Islam is the true and complete path of humanity and our religion, guiding us to recognize and worship only Allah SWT as the one, only the Creator. And then if we move forward, that this truth is emphasized also in a verse like Surah Al-Ma'idah. Al-yawma akmaltu lakum dinakum wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati wa raditu lakum al-Islam madina. Today I have complete your deen, your religion. I have revealed all the methodology or the ways to we have to perform the Islam, the arkan, and also everything about Islam, because we know that in Islam that we have the pillars and also the basic methodology that we have to follow, because we know that in the Quran we have the ayatul mujma and ayah al-muqayyad, yani we have the basic the verses that talk about our situation in what we call as, ada yang apa terperinci, ada yang umum, yang diceritakan oleh Allah Taala. And then this is what we call as this religion has been complete by Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. And then if we recite the Quran, the whole Quran, actually the whole Quran is telling us regarding the Islam, regarding what have been revealed by Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, what we have to do, what we have to perform in our all angle in our work, in our daily life, in our ibadah, our muamalah with others, and our connection with Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, with other human being, and all of this as an address to us that Islam is a comprehensive religion and holistic, and not a religion like Jews, that it is become like we call as exclusive for themselves. But Islam is inclusive. So in a way of we will want to live in our this world, we need to have we call as the guideline in our daily life, so we can follow to extract all the goodness in our daily life, because in Islam itself, Al-Quran told us about everything, and everything guide us to the goodness. Right. So this is yeah.
So this is syumul lah.
Yeah,
kan?
syumul,
Menyeluruh.
menyeluruh orang kata kan. So this is what Al-Quran emphasizes to us, that as an address that Islam is an inclusive religion, suitable to all of us, any races or any colors of skin and so on. Then this is Islam have to be performed, and also we as a Muslim have to spread this information to all of our friends which are yet to be Muslim. So this is our obligatory, our task to convey this message of
Ta'muruna
the
bil
beauty, the beauty of Islam. Ta'muru bil ma'ruf, al-amru bil ma'ruf wa nahyu 'anil munkar. So this is about Islam that having a pesah in the Quran.
And so the second part of in the Hadith Jibril, we talk about the Islam, and also in the Islam, we can see that there is a pillars, which is 5 pillars of Islam, right? And so, what are actually the significance, and why Muslims are important? Why it is important for Muslims to actually believe in it? So, if they believe in it, what some of the benefits that or the good impact that it could give for them in their life, and what is the effect if they choose to disobey or disbelieve in the 5 pillars of Islam?
Yeah. So if we talk about the benefits of 5 pillars of Islam, actually I want to highlight one before we go further in this discussion. Everything that have been ordered by Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala to us, we just do and don't ask to prolong the discussion. This is the first, because as a Muslim we are the servants. We are His servant, Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala servant. Then we have to instill in ourselves that everything that Allah command us to do will be beneficial to us. So this is the first thing. Then when we talk about benefits in practicing the pillars of Islam, actually this is a very various of benefits that we can acquire from practicing these pillars. For example, if it's shahadah, of course, shahadah is the first key to enter Islam, right? And our obligation is also to understand the word shahadah, la ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. What is the meaning of la ilaha illallah? La ilaha illallah. There is no God to be worshipped except Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. And Muhammad is the God. This is the shahadah itself address us to follow only what Allah SWT command us, and how Rasulullah SAW interpret all the verses, all the commands from Allah SWT, and ordered us to do. So there's a shahada, and then the second is prayer, 5 solat, solat lima waktu. So if you want to talk about the benefit of solat, I think we will reach until Maghrib. But I want to talk simply to conclude on the solat. The solat itself mean dua, right? So prayer. So everything our action in solat, pergerakan kita, our movement, our recitation, we begin with takbir, Allahu Akbar. Takbir itself show us how we have to feel very tawadu of our kecil, rasa hina in front of Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Because takbir kita menganggap, we feel that Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala menguasai ataupun lebih daripada segala apa yang kita fikirkan semasa itu. So dia melatih, practice, train ourselves to have the tawadu attributes in us. And yes, of course, when we recite Al-Fatihah, we praise Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, and we ask Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala guidance. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim, siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. So we recite Al-Fatihah 17 times, because we have 5 salat and 70 rakaat total up. So if we really understand the meaning, the hikmah, the virtue behind the Al-Fatihah, because I will not explain further regarding Al-Fatihah. But if we really understand the meaning of Al-Fatihah, how we connect ourselves to Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, it will be our spiritual, kekuatan spiritual kita in ourselves, because we have to face many obstacles, problems in our life. So the solat itself will be our comfort place to have a spiritual journey in our daily life. Because we know manusia sendiri, walaupun kita banyak isu, ada masalah, paling penting sekali, the important thing is how we can handle it. So apa-apa yang kita perlu handle tu, mestilah kita kena ada kekuatan rohani, katakan spiritual kita.
And,
So
and we
this-
can get that kekuatan tu from prayer.
Yes, prayer. So hanya buat solat saja boleh menguatkan kita kan. Also about zakat. Zakat is the, orang kata apa, sinaran ataupun the effect of our solat lah, because we will have the good spiritual and our conversion to Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala is high, so we will easy to infak our harta-harta kita and so on for the benefit of ummah and so on lah. So this all, and also the puasa Saum itself will prevent us from doing maksiat and so on. And also the Hajj is practicing because I represent the foundation of the Muslim life. So this is the where the pillars foster us a sense of unity, obedience, spiritual disciplines, and compassion, and also reinforcing Muslims' connection to Allah SWT and our community.
Okay,
Yeah.
so for the second pillars of Islam, that where we talk about the solat, the prayer, I would like to quote this verse, which
Yeah.
which is Inna solata tanha anil fahsya'i wal munkar. Do you want to give a comment about this?
Yeah.
About how it is very important for us to preserve our solat, our prayer, and relating it with the fahsya and munkar things.
Yeah. Regarding this ayah, because we know that this ayah clearly mentioned that the solat will prevent us from doing maksiat. So I think we have insight or any idea of we have performed solat in our daily life, but why we still committing the sins? So actually, if we deeply understand and being insaf in these matters, we have to check our solat. So if there is if we still committing sins, because we as the human being, we will have still in committing sins, because Nabi SAW said in hadith, we are Bani Adam, kullu Bani Adam, I forgot the hadith, khata'un wa khairu khata'in at-tawwabun. Semua umat Nabi Adam ni adalah yang membuat salah, sentiasa melakukan kesalahan. Wa khairu khata'in at-tawwabun. Sebaik-baik yang melakukan kesalahan itu adalah yang bertaubat, sentiasa bertaubat, repenting to Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. So this ayah actually encourage us to look more to our solah, tahsin solah, we beautify the solah, we check is there any thing that we have to perbetulkan solat kita kan, in term of our recitation, our khusyuk especially, and so on lah in a solat. So the first thing that we have to do if we want to be the better Muslim, we have to get a better solat first. So yes, we know that if we disobey this solat and also the other pillars of Islam, it will, Allah will akan murka kepada kita, because we left the obligation of as a Muslim, and our our life will be have many of obstacles, trouble and so on. But actually, I think the obstacle and so on is not only for the Muslim who practice Muslim, but it is for all, because we are in this world. Apa-apa pun we will been tested by Allah SWT, because in Surah Al-Mulk Allah SWT mentioned khalaqal mauta wal hayata liyabluwakum ayyukum ahsanu amala, to test us
Who
who is among
the
you
best?
it is the best practice. So is my insight lah, and on this in this ayah.
And maybe about khusyuk in solat too, I think we can go deep into that
Yeah.
when we discuss about ihsan
Yeah,
later on,
yeah,
right?
of
Okay.
course.
Okay. So for we have talked about Islam. Okay, now we are entering the second part, which is iman. Okay. So how can we relate iman with the concept of the oneness of Allah, the tauhid, and also taqwa? But with when we are talking about taqwa, I would like to quote the definition of taqwa by Sayyidina Ali, which he said, taqwa is the fear of Allah, worship and beliefs in the book revealed, content with whatever little is given to us, and also prepare oneself for the hereafter. So relating this definition with the tauhid, and also that comes from iman, how can we see that from iman?
Yeah, this is a beautiful quote by Ali radhiyallahu anhu karamallahu wajha. Al-taqwa huwa al-khawfu min al-jalil wa al-amalu bil-tanzil wal-qana'atu bil-qalil wal-isti'dad li-yawmir rahil. So iman itself is rooted in the belief in tauhid, because we know that iman, the first pillar of iman is to believe in Allah Subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we have to the belief in Allah Ta'ala, which Allah is the most greatest and most merciful, that we have to worship. No one is eligible to worship except Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala. So this is the relation about iman and tawheed, the oneness of Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala, which affirms that there is no deity but Allah. This is a central belief derived Muslim toward taqwa, piety in English you say, and the consciousness of Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala. And with iman, a believer's mu'min seeks to please Allah, and knowing that life and destiny are under His will and control, and we have the belief that all of our situation, all of our deeds is being as watched by Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala, then we will do the best in our life, and also we will meletakkan segala pengharapan kita, pengaduan kita pada Tuhan, because we know that Allah is the one will listen to us, watching us, and also He is with us every time, anywhere. In the Quran, Allah Ta'ala said, "Wa ma'akum aynama kuntum." Allah is with you everywhere you stay. So regarding this in Islam, iman itself actually clearly related to tauhid, because the tauhid is a very important, the basic pillar in our Islam, because when we remove tauhid, or bila tauhid tu hilang daripada diri kita, it will cause many dangerous with our spiritual and our akidah, our creed. Yeah.
So inshallah, that is the discussion that we have gone far with Brother Adlan here. And inshallah, listeners, take a short break first, and we will come back to the fourth episode of #Dan Dakwah. And you are listening to IIUM FM, your campus radio.
Tips for personal development to achieve your goals. Avoid negative thoughts. It is essential you keep a positive attitude. monitor your thoughts, and when you start running an old toxic film, cut those negative thoughts at the root. This personal development tips is brought to you by IIUM FM, your campus radio.
Hai, saya Syira Lokman, penulis buku Standing Strong. Jangan lupa dengarkan IIUM FM, your campus radio.
Assalamualaikum brothers and sisters. Welcome back to our fourth episode of #Dan Dakwah program, and we are currently entering our third session for today. And before this, we have discussed about the first part of the Hadis Jibril about Islam, and also the second part, which is about Iman. And now we are going to discuss a little bit again about Iman, and then we will enter the discussion about Ihsan. So, Brother Adlan, how does the concept of Iman can actually influence our actions in our everyday life, in our everyday routine?
Yeah, such a great question, because we know that every one of us, a mu'min, is believe in the Iman pillars, right? But some of us, or not some lah, actually kebanyakan kita juga, kadang-kadang kita we are trained to know that if we believe in Allah Ta'ala, believe in Iman, we will have a good action, good adab, our manners will be preserved and so on. But actually, this is the long discussion. But if we talk about the what actually Imans have to influence us in our daily actions, because we know that a person with a true Iman strives to act with integrity, kindness, and a sense of accountability as well. And the state of one's Iman is reflected in their action, whereby they are more likely to do good and help others, avoid sin, and so on, and follow Islamic teaching. So, Iman itself, when we believe in Allah and Malaika, I take one pillar. If we believe in Malaika, we know that we are every time we've been followed by the Malaika Raqib wa Atid, right? Who will write our bad and good deeds. So if you realize this, we need to have a fear to do the bad things and encourage us to do good things. But why sometimes we cannot realize, or we tak insaf, ataupun we tak sedar kan, tak sedar sebenarnya benda tu berlaku. But this is the sense of what we call as, we have the deeply conviction, because yes, we believe, but if we believe, doesn't mean that we deeply convinced, or our conviction is deeply to, kita keyakinan kita dalam terhadap perkara tu. But yeah, when we have the kesedaran as bahawa malaikat itu follow us in every single time and so on, we will have this situation that we encourage to do good things and prevent us to do bad things. So it is from Malaika. And also when we in majlis ilmu, in our we call as just lectures and so on kan, in the hadis mentioned that in the majlis ilmu, the Malaika will English saya tak ingat bahasa dia apa, tapi akan menyebarkan sayapnya, mendoakan rahmat dan keampunan. Will pray for us, for to Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, for the who are seeking knowledge. So this will make us as one that merasai bahawa kepentingan menuntut ilmu, the significance of seeking knowledge, and to understand what we learn in our class, and to do good to everyone, our friends, our lecturers, our parents, and everyone. So this lead us to basically to do goods, right? because the iman itself is to convince us that we have to do good to everyone as ordered by Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, because Allah really want His servants to do good, and Allah very Allah angry to want do bad things, because in the Quran I think repeatedly Allah says that Inna Allah la yuhibbul kafirin, Allah la yuhibbul fasikin, and so on. So this word lead to the bad things lah. Then Allah SWT doesn't love this kind of actions. And yeah, so Iman, this is the role of Iman, to preserve us from act with any action that contradict with what Allah SWT told us to do, and to make us have a keyakinan to do what Allah pleasured in our daily life.
And I have heard about the hadith Al-Iman Yazid Wayangkus. So is it right for us to say, okay, when Al-Iman Yazid, so the actions might also be inclining more to doing good deeds, and vice versa. Is it right?
Actually, Al-Iman Yazid because of good things. Because this is I think the interrelated action, because in interpreted by, I cannot remember the name of the scholar, that Al-Iman Yazid bil amal salihah wa yankus bil ma'asi. So the iman will getting higher level if we do good thing, if we do amal salihah, the good things, if we salat, if we do zikir and so on. Because the iman itself, if we feel solat, adakah kita merasa bahawa masa kita solat tu we intend to mencuri? Tak kan? So masa tu kita tengah sedang beriman, iman kita menaikkan. And when we do some ma'asiyah, for example, if some of servant watching pornography, so this is mean that the iman semasa itu sangat-sangat rendah. Mungkin dia percaya bahawa Tuhan melihat dia, tapi dia tak merasai apakah consequence selepas ini, the consequence of his action. So the iman yazid bil amal salih wa yanqus bil ma'asi. But if we do good thing, amal salih is the sign of our iman is high. So this is how we understand this quotes lah, al iman yazid wa yanqus. So if we want our iman to getting high, so we have to do good thing. But how can we attain that? Macam mana kita nak ada kekuatan, strongness to do good iman, to do good. Is the one is doa. So we have to repeatedly pray to Allah SWT to give us the kekuatan, strong to do good thing. Yeah, because I think we selalu repeatedly doa supaya Allah kurniakan taufik hidayah. Taufik dan hidayah kan, because hidayah is a guidance from Allah Taala, and taufik is the kekuatan daya yang Tuhan beri kepada kita untuk laksanakan kebaikan-kebaikan itu.
So all in all, it came back to the second pillars of Islam itself, which is the solat, the prayer, praying to Allah. For example, like the doa untuk membantu kita buat kebaikan. Allahumma inni, I forgot yang bantu aku untuk melakukan kebaikan dalam beribadat kepadamu. Macam tu. Ada ingat tak doa tu?
Saya tengah recall balik.
Okay. Boleh. Allahumma a'inni.
Allahumma a'inni ala zikrika
wa syukrika wa husni ibadatik. So maybe I think the listeners can also practice this doa in at the end of every of our prayer. And if you can see, there is so many ways that Muslims can seek Allah pleasure. But in relating with the hadith Jibril, how can ihsan help us in paving the way of seeking Allah's pleasure?
So regarding the ihsan, what we have been mentioned before is an ta'budullah ka'annaka tarahu fa illam takun tarahu fa innahu yarak. That we feel that Allah watching us, or we feel that we are watching Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. So I remember one verses of Quran in Surah Al-A'raf, if I'm not mistaken. Allah Subhanahu wa Taala mentioned that Inna rahmatallahi qaribun minal muhsinin. That Allah pleasures is close to who are performing ihsan, or who have ihsan, muhsinin, right? So this include that ihsan is inspires us Muslims to perfect our action, because when we feel that Allah watching us, I give a analogy lah. If we dihadapkan di hadapan raja or yang di-Pertuan Agong and so on, right? So we ourselves, we want to have in our best attire, and we will arrange our words before we talk to them, right?
And the protocol.
The protocol and so on. So we will ensure the situation when we face the yang di-Pertuan Agong or any king is the best presentation lah, the best presentation lah to the king. So Allah is more eligible for that, right? Because we now is worshipping God who have created Adam alayhis salam, our long father, right? So this is the God that who have saved Musa alayhis salam, who have saved Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and this is the same God that we worship. So we have to feel like with the ihsan, when we feel this matters, this situation, then it should lead us to beautify ourselves in every situation we face. Either in performing ibadah, in our muamalat with sesama Muslim, sesama manusia, in our relation with animals, and tumbuh-tumbuhan, alam sekitar, semua itu sepatutnya membawa kita, lead us to beautify or ensure all the deeds that we commit is in line with the Sharia, in line with Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, what Allah Subhanahu wa Taala want telah gariskan lah dalam kehidupan kita. So this sincerity, I think, in an excellence in worship, like prayer, charity, or even in any matters, brings us closer to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, and also elevating our souls and deepening spiritual fulfillment. Yeah.
Okay. Talking about beautifying kan, how can we actually practice ihsan in our ibadah? For example, like we take being khusyuk in our solat, in our prayer.
This is a quite challenging question, because me myself also have not a problem, but we as a Muslim, as a human being, we have our condition of iman, our struggles to reach the high level of practice of ihsan in our ibadah, of khusyuk. So when I read books of or commentary from our scholars, Imam Al-Ghazali said that if we want to attain khusyuk in our prayers, especially in ibadah and our prayers lah, our prayer, we need to follow the action of salat, or we will have to prepare ourselves before the action of solat itself to attain the khusyuk, such as when we take a wudu, when we have the application kan, we cannot waste the water. Kita kena jaga diri kita daripada membazir or anything regarding yang perkara-perkara yang perlu kita jagalah sebelum mengambil wudu. Like we really feel when we take a wudu English apa? Application wudu. I can't
I
remember.
couldn't remember. Ablution.
Yes. Wudu.
Ablution.
Take a ablution. When we wash our face, our hand, we have to feel that we are now is cleaning ourselves from sins. Because we know there's a hadith when we wash, we take a wudu, all the water that drop from our face, our anggota badan ni digugur sekali dengan dosa-dosa kita. Right. For washing face, our hand and our hair and so on, right? So this is the sign also that we have to clean our heart before we enter the solat. So the wudu itself show us if kita membersihkan diri kita juga dari segi physically, but also we have to purify our spiritual itself before we enter the solat. When we are in front of Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, in presence of Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala and so on. So this begin from the situation before the solat, and also while the solat is we perform the solat, we have to understand the meaning of what we recite in the solat, beginning from takbir, al-fatihah, and also the zikir in our ruku', sujud itself, in our duduk antara dua sujud, so on. Rabbighfirli warhamni wajburni warfa'ni warzuqni wahdini wa'afini wa'afani. So if we clearly understand what we have recite, it will invite the feeling of calmness, and our connection with Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala we will feel the closer connection with us with Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. So this will lead to our action after the solat, because usually after the solat we will do prayer to Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Because actually in the solat we have more banyak sangat doa dalam solat kan, tapi lepas solat kita tambah tu sangat-sangat baiklah zikir dan so on kan. So kita mengharapkan, hopefully, that all our recitation in solat and all our pengaduan, our doa, pray to Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala will help us in our daily life lah, in facing all the situation, all the trouble and all of takers and so on. So in Islam, ihsan and ibadah, this is it, because the khusyuk is the ihsan in solat. So everything we do in our situation will be not left the ihsan. So actually Nabi SAW mentioned ihsan in many places in the hadith, such as I think in the issue of penyembelihan dengan pisau yang baik, to do ihsan to animals, so on. So this is what we have to hold, and kita berpegang pada ihsan, dan kita mencuba sedaya upaya try to have this sense of ihsan, and by do pray to Allah SWT to give us ihsan, and we struggle, have usaha to get the ihsan in our spiritual, in our inner thing, insyaAllah.
So brothers and sisters, we have done in discussing all of the three fundamental aspects, which is the Islam, Iman and also Ihsan. But don't forget to come back to our fourth episode of #Dan Dakwah, because we are going to take a break for a while, insyaAllah. You're listening to IMFM, your campus radio.
الحديث 21 عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: قال الله تعالى: ثلاثة أنا خصمهم يوم القيامة، رجل أعطى بي ثم غدر، ورجل باع حرا فأكل ثمنه، ورجل استأجر أجيرا فاستوفى منه ولم يعطه أجره. رواه البخاري وكذلك ابن ماجه وأحمد.
On the authority of Abu Huraira, may Allah be pleased with him, from the Prophet, may the blessings and peace of Allah be upon him, who said that Allah the Almighty said, there are three whose adversary I shall be on the day of resurrection. A man who has given his word by me and has broken it. A man who has sold a free man and has consumed the price. And a man who has hired a workman, has exacted his due in full from him and has not given him his wage. It was related by Al-Bukhari, also by Ibn Majah and Ahmad ibn Hanbal.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello， 大家好，我是美玲，欢迎来到马来西亚国际伊斯兰大学，也就是简称马医大。这里融合了卓越的学术知识、丰富的文化多样性与信仰的和谐，让我们一起探索知识的无限可能。
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, brothers and sisters. Welcome back for our 4th episode of #Dan Dakwah program. And I still have Brother Adlan here with me. And for information, before this, for the previous session, we have talked about the definition of Islam, the 6 pillars of Iman, and relating it with our action and also with our Tawheed and Taqwa. And we have also talked about Ihsan, how Ihsan is very important in beautifying our Ibadah as a Muslim. And so lastly, Brother Adlan, please share a very simple advice to our listeners for them to practice the concept of Islam, Iman, and also Ihsan that we have discussed so far.
Alright, sure, inshallah. For me, these three, Islam, Iman and Ihsan, are all connected in a building balanced and purposeful life. Because this begin with a strong foundation in Islam and nurture it through a deep faith in Iman, and also strive to perfect it with Ihsan. Because we have to always remember that Allah sees and watch everything we do, so aim to act with sincerity, compassion and excellence in both worship and character. So with that mindset, our lives become a form of worship in every sense.
InsyaAllah. Yeah. I think we can apply this advice into our daily life and daily routine, and take a moment to reflect our pemahaman kita tentang the Islam, Iman, and also Ihsan. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank our guest today, Brother Adlan. Thank you so much for the time with us today. And to IIUM-FM lovely listeners, thank you for lending your ear and also time to listen to our program today. Don't forget to follow our social media on Instagram at IIUM_FM, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at IIUM-FM to keep you guys updated with various happening events at IIUM. So stay tuned for our next program, Student Power Hour, at 5 to 6 p.m. today. And with that, DJ Wawa signing off from #Dan Dakwah, only at IIUM-FM, your campus radio. Assalamualaikum.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang dirahmati sekalian, sekali lagi kita bersama dalam wacana minda UIA. Tajuk yang akan saya bincangkan dengan tuan-tuan dan puan-puan pada hari ini adalah kesederhanaan kehidupan Nabi SAW, kemuncak, qudwah ataupun contoh kesejahteraan insan. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan sekalian, ramai orang memberikan alasan yang pelbagai untuk mereka tidak melakukan ketaatan kepada Allah Subhanahu wa taala. Sedangkan kita tahu Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam adalah seorang pemimpin, seorang ketua keluarga dan sebagainya. Dan baginda mempunyai pelbagai tanggungjawab, namun baginda tetap menjadi seorang insan yang taat kepada Allah Subhanahu wa taala. Kita kadang-kadang memberikan alasan kekayaan, memberikan alasan kekeluargaan dan sebagainya. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, satu contoh saja akan saya berikan kepada tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, iaitu kekayaan. Apakah Nabi SAW tidak kaya? Pastinya Nabi SAW seorang yang kaya. Semasa baginda berkahwin dengan Siti Khadijah radhiyallahu anha, mahar perkahwinan itu adalah 20 ekor unta. Bayangkan kalau satu ekor unta berharga 5,000. Bermaksud 20 ekor unta sudah berharga 200,000. 100,000. Apakah tidak menunjukkan bahawa baginda seorang yang kaya? Jadi jelas kepada kita, walaupun Nabi SAW orang kaya, tapi tidak menunjukkan kesombongan. Apatah lagi untuk tidak taat kepada Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Justru itu, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, walaupun apa status kehidupan kita, marilah kita bersama-sama menunjukkan bahawasanya kita adalah seorang yang taat kepada Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala dan tidak menjadi seorang yang sombong, apatah lagi tidak mentaati Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala dalam kehidupan kita. Jadikanlah Rasulullah sebagai contoh kehidupan kita dalam kehidupan kita seharian. Sekian, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Kapsul itu tadi dibawakan oleh yang berbahagia Dr. Cik Razi bin Yusof dari Kuliah IRKHS. Hanya di IIUM FM, your campus radio.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Aida Rafisa binti Adlan, Assistant Head Quranic Project JKQ IIUM. Jangan lupa dengarkan hashtag dan dakwah setiap hari Rabu hanya di IIUM FM, your campus radio.